What did you say? The people need some kindness. You. No, I really don't remember you being. This the live-action Snow White remake is. Swimming in drama, and now the two leading ladies Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot seem to be going at each other's throats. Honestly, at this point it is time for Zegler to pack it up and call it a day. The movie has been one controversy after another, and now with these two clashing over politics, it is hard to focus on anything but the mess surrounding this film. So here's what happened. Disney dropped the trailer for Snow White and it got a ton of attention, over 120 million views in no time, but instead of celebrating, Zegler decided to make things about herself. She tweeted, "Thank you for all the love and always remember free Palestine. Look, supporting a cause is fine, but Rachel, read the room. You are promoting a Disney movie standing next to an Israeli co-star, and the timing absolutely awful. It felt less like heartfelt activism and more like an attempt to seem edgy and in touch with the kids on Twitter. Spoiler alert, it backfired. Here is why it stings. The Israel-Palestine conflict is a deeply emotional issue, and Zegler's tweet came during a time when emotions were at an all-time high. Innocent Palestinian civilians are facing devastating atrocities, and Israelis are also enduring unimaginable losses. It is tragic on all fronts, but instead of addressing the conflict with sensitivity, Zegler thought it would be a good idea to post something provocative, while her co-star Gal Gadot, an actual Israeli who has served in the Israeli military herself, stood silently dealing with the real-life consequences of war. If this was Zegler's way of looking cool and socially aware, it was tone-deaf at best and straight-up unprofessional at worst. However, this is what she looked like. It's a human. What did you think I was? Nothing. Ghost G, due to her credit, handled things like the pro that she is. Rather than directly responding to Zegler, she took the high road. She posted a Martin Luther King Jr. quote, "Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that." Then she added her own little note, "Only love can save the world." Pretty classy, right? But then things got spicy. X account briefly reposted a tweet calling Zegler out, trying to campaign on the head of your co-star who actually lives through war just so you'll look cooler with the kids is really pathetic. Although the post was quickly deleted, the internet never forgets, and honestly, whoever wrote that tweet nailed it. She wasn't going to let it slide and had answers for Zegler she wouldn't be able to forget anytime soon. But hey, we'll get to that later. Let's be real for a second. This isn't Zegler's first time stirring the pot. Remember when she said she hated the original 1937 Snow White movie? Yeah, the one that she's starring in the remake of. She called the story weird and said that Prince Charming was basically a stalker for kissing Snow White while she was unconscious. We didn't do that this time, she smugly announced in an interview. Zegler also insisted that her version of Snow White isn't dreaming about true love because she's too busy being a boss girl or something. Look, we get it, times have changed, but did you really need to trash a beloved classic to prove your point? And let's not forget the dwarf drama. Disney decided to replace the original 7 dwarves with a bunch of random magical creatures because inclusivity, sure, whatever, but the decision angered fans who love the original characters and just wanted a faithful adaptation. Add that to Zegler's comments about the film being PC Snow White, her words not ours, and you have got a recipe for disaster for a movie that was supposed to be magical. It has managed to alienate just about everyone. Meanwhile, Dat is dealing with her own share of controversy as an Israeli actress. She has faced backlash for her vocal support of Israel, especially following the recent attacks. She even organized a screening of a documentary about the violence, which only fueled the fire. Some are calling for a boycott of Snow White just because of her involvement, which honestly feels like overkill. Boycotting a movie because of one actress's nationality? Come on, people. So now Disney is stuck in the middle, trying to promote a $300 million movie, while its stars are busy making headlines for all of the wrong reasons. The studio's been silent on the feud, but you know they're sweating bullets behind The scene's branding experts are already warning that this drama could tank the film's box office numbers, and at this point, who can blame them? The movies. Controversies from the casting to the political spats have overshadowed the story entirely, and our Rachel girl take a step back. We get that you want to seem woke and progressive, but there is a time and place for everything. You're not a freedom fighter, you are an actress. Starring in a Disney movie using your platform responsibly doesn't mean throwing shade at your co-star or making a promotional moment all about you. This isn't activism, it's clout chasing, and it's not a good look. I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely root a Snow White. That is, she's not going to be saved by the prince. She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love for that. This drama is just another challenge in balancing her career with her identity as an Israeli public figure. While she has clearly handled things more professionally than Zegler, the backlash that she faces is a reminder of how divisive these issues are still. At least Dat knows how to stay focused on the bigger picture instead of making things worse. So before moving on to where the Israel-Palestine war stands, when Zegler decided to gain cheap popularity, subscribe to our channel as we bring you the deepest secrets from Hollywood. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you can always stay updated. The Palestinian death toll mounts in Gaza. At least 31 people have been killed in the past 24 hours. Israeli military targeting densely populated areas, causing mass civilian casualties. Since October 2023, reports indicate that nearly 1.9 million residents of Gaza have been displaced, with significant concerns raised about the humanitarian impact. Human Rights Watch has questioned the justification for these evacuations, citing issues like insufficient warning times, lack of access for disabled individuals, and bombings of designated safe zones. Access to essential resources such as food, water, and fuel has been severely restricted, with widespread damage reported to homes, schools, and hospitals. The situation has drawn international scrutiny, with calls for accountability and measures to ensure the protection and well-being of civilians in affected areas. Despite trying to win moral support, Rachel Zegler has failed miserably, with fans rallying behind Gal Gadot. Instead, Disney's new special look spot for Snow White has only fueled the backlash, amassing a nearly 6-to-1 dislike to like ratio on YouTube. Fans overwhelmingly support Dat as the evil queen, with many suggesting the movie would be better if the evil queen wins. Comments like "Let the evil queen win" and "Gal Gadot is the true star of the movie" dominate discussions. Even though Dat isn't featured in the clip, many viewers stated they won't watch the movie due to Zegler's involvement, describing her as toxic while praising Dat as the movie saving grace and the true fairest of them all. And now a special look at Disney's Snow White in theaters everywhere. March 21st. My father told me long ago I braved a bitter storm of SN. Is that a girl I'll ever know? Okay. Snow White was supposed to be a feel-good fairy tale reboot, but it has turned into a political minefield. The movie's release is still months away, but it is hard to imagine audiences being able to focus on the story when off-screen drama is louder than anything happening on screen. For Zegler, this might just be the beginning of the end of her reputation as a rising star. For Gadot, it is another hurdle and an already complicated career, and for Disney, well, they better hope this nightmare has a happy ending, or at least breaks even at the box office. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in the next one.